Hey Budget Squad, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video to join me for another budgeting adventure. In today's video, we are going to be doing our weekly budget check-in for the month of February, and it's going to cover the week of February 1st through February 4th. If you are new, welcome. My name is Summer, and I'm currently on a financial journey to pay off all of my debt while saving money at the same time. Here on my channel, I am documenting my journey to financial freedom, and I make videos on budgeting, paying off debt, saving money, and pretty much anything money related. If that's content that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and definitely consider sticking around and subscribing to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I truly appreciate your support. I do budget using a zero-based budget and with the help of the cash envelope system. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I am going to zoom in. I have not done a weekly check-in in a long time, but I know a lot of you guys do like them, so I definitely want to bring them back to my channel, and it definitely does help me stay on track, and it definitely keeps me accountable. So I purchased this weekly budget check-in off of Etsy. I will go ahead and try to link it in the description box if you like it and want to purchase it. On my budget check-in, it has two different sections. The first half of it, you go over your spending and you list the date, the item you purchased, the category that it came out of, the cost, and then if it was a need or a want. And then at the bottom, you do a budget check-in where you have all of your categories, the amount you had budgeted, the amount that you had spent, and then what you have remaining for the week or the month. And then lastly, I do a reflection. So I've gone ahead and filled out my spending, but I want to go ahead and go over that with you guys. I had quite a bit of spending from February 1st to February 4th. January 2nd, I did place a Thrive Market order online to order some healthy snacks. That came out of my food category, and that was $64. And I would say that was a need. On February 2nd, I also placed a Target pickup order for some groceries that came out of the food category. That was $26, and that was a need as well. On February 2nd, I placed a Hungry Roots, I'm not sure if it's Hungry Root or Hungry Roots order. They are a meal delivery service. I'm trying them out. That came out of the food category, and that was $13. I went ahead and purchased groceries for the week. They had a promotion where the plan I picked was $119, but I did have some add-ons, which was $13. So both of those came out of the food category, and I would say those were needs. On February 2nd, my son did have a basketball game that came out of the fun category, and that was $8, and that was a need as well. My son does play basketball, and I usually have to pay a spectator fee to watch him play. On February 4th, yesterday, it was my birthday. My friends did take me out. However, I did want to leave the tip. That came out of the fun category, and that was $15. I would say that was a want. On February 4th, I did go to Nespresso, the Nespresso Boutique, to pick up some coffee. That came out of my household category. That was $54, and that was a need. On February, it says February 5th, I placed an order. It actually came out of my bank account today. However, the order was placed last week on Amazon. I had to purchase some tape glue for my cash envelopes. I used the tape glue to help me assemble my envelopes. That came out of the household category, and that was $11, and that was a need. On February 3rd, I did get my eyebrows waxed and tinted. That came out of health and beauty, and that was $53. I'd say that is a need as well. And then on February 3rd, I ordered some gel nail polish off of Amazon. That came out of the health and beauty category, and that was $20. I would say that was a need. I am trying to do my nails at home, so I did go ahead and decrease my health and beauty budget. So I'm doing my nails at home, so I needed to get some gel nail polish as well as the base coat and top coat. So now that I have all of my spending done, the next thing that I like to do is I like to use the highlighter method to go ahead, help me to track my spending. And I have my calculator here as well. So the first category we are going to track is my food spending. I did spend a lot on food last week. I had the Thrive Market, the Target, and the Hungry Roots. Okay, that looks like I have all of my food expenses highlighted. I do use this teal color for my food. For food, I did budget $540 for the month. And let's go ahead and add up all of my food spending to see how much we spent on food this week. So $64 plus $26 plus $13 plus $119. So last week I did spend $222 on food. And we budgeted $540. So if we take $540 and minus $222, that means we are left with $318 left in our food envelope for the month. For household, I did have some household spending. See, I had Nespresso and the tape glue, and I use this gray color for household. For household, I budgeted $125 for the month, and we spent $54.11. So last week in household, I spent $65. We budgeted $125, so if we take $125 and minus the $65 we spent last week, that means we are left with $60 in our household envelope. The fun category is this lime green, and we did have 2 fun expenses for my son's basketball game and the tip for when I went out for my birthday. For fun, I budgeted $75 for the month, and we spent $8 and $15. So last week we spent $23 in the fun category. So 75 minus 23. So I have $52 left in my fun envelope for the month. For health and beauty, we budgeted $150. We did have 2 health and beauty expenses, my waxing and the gel nail polish. And that was $53 and $20. So last week we spent $73 in health and beauty. So if we take the $150 and minus $73, that means we are left with $77 in our health and beauty envelope for the month. Guilt-free, I did budget $50 for the month. I did not spend any money from my guilt-free envelope, so I will still have $50 remaining for the month. And then for gas, I budgeted $300, and I did not need to get gas last week, so I will still have my $300 remaining in my gas category. So now that we've gone over my spending and did my budget check-in, let's go ahead and do my reflection. What did I do well? I did a really good job at tracking my spending. Where can I improve? I can always improve in my food envelope and my health and beauty envelope. These are 2 areas where I tend to spend a lot of my money in my food category, and then health and beauty, my self-care category. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm watching my spending in those 2 categories. That way I stay on budget. Next week's goal is to continue to track and stay on budget. I am going to be going to Nashville on Friday. I'm super excited about that. I do have a vacation travel envelope that I will be bringing. So I'm really hoping that while I'm in Nashville that I can stay on budget. Well, that is a look at my weekly budget check-in for this week. In the comment section, let me know, how did you do this week with your budget? What did you do well? Where can you improve in your budget? And what are your goals for next week? Well, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. But before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel and I truly appreciate your support. Bye!